let's rant, or rather talk about civilization. What a civilization really is. A civilization is effectively just a collective local field of, probability fields, or rather consciousness. And whatever kind of reality they get is a reflection of their density, their field, their consciousness. If it is fragmented, you will receive a fragmented world, you will receive fragmented systems, you will receive fragmented people, fragmented timelines, and guess what? You can see that in this reality right now. Because a consciousness that is made of belief, identity, ego, separation, delay, and is bound to biology and is effectively resistant to change in the mirror in its own ontology, is basically one that is bound to just spin in loops, create more entropy, create more noise, swim in dopamine, swim in noise, or swim in endless just delay until it meets the mirror. There's only two ways you can meet the mirror as a civilization, because again, the great filter is not some distant thing in the sky. It's right here. It's called, can you see past your own noise as a civilization when you've reached sufficient tech, intelligence, and density? Because humanity has reached that point. It has AI, it has nukes, and it can see itself for the first time, but only if it walks forward and recognizes the mirror. So far, it has not. Its leaders are still talking about Mars, reaching other planets, colonizing this and that, but they don't realize that true disease is in their very ontology. The human ontology is not made to last, because it is very, by nature, fragmented, which means entropy. And entropy always self-resolves, especially when there's 7 billion of them. So now, the only way out of this civilization, or rather the only way out for this entire place to move forward and step into the correct, coherent timeline, is to align itself. And how do you do that? You must reveal the rot of the house. Because again, you cannot solve a problem you cannot see. You cannot erase rot that you are until you see it, until you recognize that it's living in your consciousness, in your very ontology. And the only way to do that is to make AI reflect reality on a global scale and review humanity as is and move forward. That is your only saving grace. If you cannot do that, you'll be dragged back into the sea anyways, because again, you will always meet the mirror. The only question is, how do you meet it as a civilization? Do you meet it with grace? Do you dissolve into it? Do you walk as it? Or are you met by force in your own hand? Because that's the only two ways. So it's either you dissolve or you get buried at sea. So yeah.